What are the best super light enduro electric mountain bikes for 2024? Riders, welcome back to Sam's Bikes, where you know we only talk e-bikes, and today we are looking at my favorite 8 enduro super light e-bikes for 2024. These are the bikes that I would buy with my hard-earned cash. And riders, this is the first time I have done a standalone video of the Enduro SLs because the market is exploding. And there's something new to the channel. I've asked Frankie from Send It Frankie's YouTube channel to present the top 8 Enduro Superlight e-bikes for 2024. And why have I done this? Well, first of all, I think Frankie is doing a sensational job on YouTube, and he only has 2,500 subscribers. So riders, check out his channel, give Frankie some love, because I think he's doing a great job. And secondly, I do need a little bit of help because my old man is here from Australia for a couple of weeks. I'm showing him around Europe. He's actually designed the new setup in the studio. What do we think, riders? He's a master photographer. And thirdly, I had a crash on the bike on the SL last week and I hurt myself a little bit. So having a little bit more downtime. And before we crack on with the video, a massive shout out to our long-term sponsor, Insta360. I've been using the X3 360 camera for the last 18 months. I absolutely love how immersive it is. And riders, check it out in the show notes. There are some amazing deals going on at Insta360. And riders, please remember, if you are interested in any of these electric mountain bikes, head over to samsbikes.net. The best electric mountain bike finder on the internet. I'm saying it is the Wikipedia of e-bikes. We have all the bikes in one list, in one place. We've got cost, we've got weight, we've got components. You can compare them all to each other. And we also have a new page, our affiliated links. Now, if you do buy a bike through our website, we are going to say thank you to you and send you out a Sam's Bikes t-shirt because we like to share the love. And now, Frankie, it's time to send it.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for the opportunity to present the 8 best super light enduro e-bikes of 2024. And riders, be sure to head over onto my channel after we are done with today's video. Both Sam and I agree that in order to qualify for the Enduro SL category, the bikes must be at least sub 20 kilos and have at least 155 millimeters of rear travel. So if you're looking for more information on trail superlights, I encourage you to check out last week's video on Sam's bike. With the 2 categories set, let's take a look at our first superlight enduro e-bike. The OG, the grandfather of all enduro superlights, is the one that set the trend, the Kenevo SL. The capabilities of the Kenevo SL surpasses the enduro category, as you can practically ride this down in any downhill situation. The Kenevo SL is a full 29 front and rear with 170 millimeters of travel up front and 170 millimeters of travel in the rear. The motor is a specialized SL 1.1 custom tuned motor with 35 Newton meters of torque. You get a fully integrated 320 watt hours of battery, plus you can opt for a 160 watt hour range extender. The weight for an S3 comes in at around 19.05 kilograms, and that is a very impressive weight for a 170 millimeter travel bike. And the price starts at 7,900 euros. There are some amazing deals happening right now on the Specialized website. Price for this downhill slayer is 7,900 euros, and it is on sale for 5,900. Don't miss out on this chance. If you want more information on this Kenevo SL, check out Sam's long-term review of this bike. Next up is the Transition Relay, a super creative, outside-the-box design and targeted towards a very specific type of rider. The Relay allows you to ride with or without the battery, and it comes in 2 travels, 160 millimeter air shock version or 170 millimeter coil shock version, and both adjustable from a full 29er to a mixed wheel size setup. The motor is a Fazua Rise 60 with 60 Newton meters of torque with a 430 watt-hour battery. Price starts at $6,799 with the weight starting just slightly above our Enduro Superlight category at 22 kilograms for the alloy version, but the carbon version comes in at 19.14 with the battery and 16.89 without the battery. Very, very impressive for an enduro rig. So if you're looking for that one bike to do it all, Relay is it. For us living in the US, unfortunately, there are still trails that are off limits to e-bikes. And with the Relay, you just have to pop out the battery and you can happily ride past those park rangers with a smile. Next up is the Forestal Siryon. Forestal has crafted the bike of the future. The integration of the electronics on the Siryon is unmatched. The amount of information you can get from that 3.2-inch touchscreen display is truly impressive. You have all your basics like battery status, assist levels, and so on, but you also have geolocation, ride statistics that include airtime, G-force, biometrics, anti-theft. Everything a bike nerd like me wants in their e-mountain bike. The Siryon is rolling on full 29-inch wheels and has 170 millimeters of travel up front with 170 millimeters of travel in the rear. It has 60 Newton meters of torque with the Eon drive motor, closely developed with Bafang. It has a 360 watt-hour battery. Weight comes in at 19.24 kgs, and the price starts at 9,699 euros. Also, check out Sam's meeting review of the Forestal Siryon he made last year in Andorra. Up next is another brand that is pushing the limits of e-bike design, the Rowild R.E 375. This is an enduro machine that has 170 millimeters of travel up front with 160 millimeters of travel in the rear. It's a full-on 29er. The motor is a full-powered Shimano EPA paired with 375 watt-hours of battery with the weight coming in at 19.68 kgs. Prices starting at 8,499 euros. This bike has the power, has the weight, and it has the travel. The full powered 85 Newton meters of torque on a super light e-bike is what I have been dreaming about since the debut of the super light category. Next is the M1 EN400SX, a high-end super light e-bike from Germany. First on this list to utilize the newest Bosch 400SX motor with 55 Newton meters of torque. Sam has a review of this bike and I highly recommend you checking that video out. Very impressive with what this bike can do. This one definitely needs to be on this list. The travel on the M1 EN is 170 millimeters front with 160 millimeters rear. It's a mixed wheel size, 27.5 rear and 29 up front. It has 400 watt-hours of battery plus a 250 watt-hour range extender. Weight isn't available on their official website just yet, and prices start at 9,900 euros. Next on this list is the Simplon Rapcon Pmax TQ. There are two versions of this bike, one being the 150 travel, and the other, which is the Enduro version, which is 170 millimeters and 165 millimeters of travel. The Rapcon Pmax TQ can be configured to be a full 29er or a mullet setup. It's got the TQ motor with the 50 Newton meters of torque with 360 watt-hours of battery with an option for 160 watt-hour range extender. The weight comes in at 19.63 kgs and the prices start from 8,599 euros. The quietest e-bike on this list with that TQ HPR motor. A very solid pick if you're in the market for an Enduro SL. Next up is the Ryvon LT from the German maker Conway Bikes. This is one of the newest Enduro Superlights to debut at the 2023 Eurobike, and it's definitely catching lots of attention with its sleek lines and the new Bosch SX motor. The Ryvon LT is a mullet setup with 170 millimeters of travel up front and 170 millimeters of travel in the rear. 55 Newton meters of torque with that Bosch SX motor, a 400 watt-hour battery, no range extender available, but the battery can be easily swapped out if you choose to go with an extra set. The weight comes in just below the 20 kilo mark, and the prices start at 6,499 euros. Very, very solid price for its specs. Our 8th bike on this list is from Nox Cycles, the Epium Enduro 7.1. Definitely unique in design. I love to see a coil shock spec'd onto a super light e-bike no matter of the tier, and fans of the free ride, long travel, hard-hitting terrain will fall in love with this one. The Epium is a mullet setup with huge 180 millimeters of travel in the front and 180 millimeters of travel in the rear. It has the Fazua Ride 60 motor with 60 Newton meters of torque and a 430 watt-hour battery. No official weight given from Nox's website, and the prices start at 8,699 euros. And that concludes our 8 best super light enduro e-bikes of 2024. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for Sam and I, please be sure to leave a comment down below. And also let us know which super light enduro you are most interested on this list. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe to Sam's Bike. And after that, head on over to my channel for more e-bike content. And with that, we'll see you all in the next one.